What's going on? My name is Chris Ekblom, and I help musicians and singers and performers become better performing at senior communities. Welcome to the channel. I am going to go through some tips and tricks in this video, things that I wish I learned at the beginning of my career as a singer and guitar player at senior communities. Number one, this is not just a gig. This is a connection. When I started playing, I used to think that every song that I played had to be absolutely perfect. I thought that every chord had to be absolutely perfect, every lyric had to be memorized perfectly, and I thought that I needed to bring in perfection. But it's not about playing the songs exactly right. It's about making that connection with your audience. So the first thing that you want to do when you go in there is basically have a good attitude, have a good mood, go in there and do the best that you can. Your attitude is about trying to make them smile, trying to connect with them in a way that helps them feel good. You want them to be happy, you want them to be cheery, maybe you want them to sing along with you a little bit, you want to share a little bit about yourself. Think about this gig as a visit to your mom or a visit to your grandmother. You want to share with them maybe a story, something that happened to you along the way of coming to visit them, things that you accomplished during the week. You want to lead in with a story about yourself and really build that connection to help you build rapport before you even start playing your instrument that you brought with you. Seniors really appreciate when you come in and share a little bit about yourself. This is not just a gig, it's about a connection because this is a show for you, but for the seniors at the community, this is an event that makes their whole day or their whole week or even their whole month. They look forward to the shows, they look forward to the music, and you're there to make them happy, make them feel good, and make them smile. And I wish at the beginning I knew that that's what the show was about. So it's not about being perfect with your music or playing perfect songs. It's not even about really just memorizing anything or thinking about how the whole program is going to go to a T. It's about trying to connect with them. So the first part about doing a successful show at a senior community is about making sure that you have that heart-to-heart with your audience. Second thing you want to remember is when you do start playing your instrument, you want to know your audience's favorite songs. Think about songs from the 50s or the 60s. Think about a genre of music or a particular set of movies that were very popular in the 50s or 60s. You want to learn favorite songs. So really quick off the top of my head, a few favorite songs that you might want to learn on your guitar that are very, very simple. Que Sera Sera, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. These are a few of my favorite things. Puff the Magic Dragon. You want to learn songs that maybe get them to tap their toes. You want to learn songs that help them maybe want to sing along with you. You want to maybe get songs that help everybody maybe moving around a little bit and just feel a little bit more connected to you and to their friends that are there for a show. Play their favorites because it might make them think of a time when they were younger. It might make them think of a time when they fell in love with their spouse. You want the songs to help cheer them up and help them to remember a time when they were younger and happier and healthier. Number 3, your volume, your tempo, and your pace. At the beginning, when I started playing senior communities, I went through songs way too fast. I just had the tempo all wrong. A big tip that I want to share with you is you want to play the song slower than you think that you should. You want to sing slower than you think that you should. Emphasize certain words and certain phrases. Maybe sing a chorus a few extra times. You want everybody to be able to hear the song that you're playing, and then you kind of want to slowly get into it and bring them in, and now you have them and now you're kind of moving a little bit around with them. Sing the song a little bit slower because you want them to hear the words, you want to enunciate a little bit more clearly. You want them to engage with you and feel the song as you're singing it. You want to bring them along the song with you, kind of like it's an emotional journey with the melodies. So don't be too quick to rush from one song to the next. I know it can be, at the beginning, I was really compelled to get through my whole set list from this song to this song to this song to this song. I don't even write a set list. I go by feeling. I go in there and I try to read the whole room. Sometimes when you get to the show, there are already a few people sitting there in the chairs waiting for you. Sometimes when you get to the show, there's 35 of them just sitting right there waiting for the show to begin, and everybody's there watching you set up. You kind of want to go in and move in slowly and ease into the space. You are a guest there in their home. So you want to make them feel at ease. You want to go through the songs almost like you're sharing them with your mom or your dad, or you're trying to just share them with your grandmother. You want to share the music that you love, and you want to lead in from one song to another, perhaps with like a story or some kind of a mention of what this song reminds you of or why you started playing it. Introducing a story about yourself before you start the song or as you start the song is a great way to begin that melody and get everybody off on the right foot as the performance begins. Finally, I want to share with you how important it is to be flexible. When I started playing at senior communities, I expected to do my song list, do my set list. They're going to smile here, they're going to laugh here, they're going to sing along with me here. Oh, they're really going to love this one. You want to be really flexible because you don't know what's going to work just yet, especially if this is your very first show. So you want to go in with the attitude of, I'm going to adapt to the audience. Sometimes you play a song and they're really not that into it. Sometimes you need to get a read off of them. Do you want a song that's a little bit higher paced? Maybe you want to play a little bit more Elvis, maybe Blue Suede Shoes, You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, versus something a little bit quieter like I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, or I'll See You in My Dreams, Mr. Sandman. You kind of get a feel for the room when you go in there. So be flexible with the set list that you have in mind. You may have 20 or 25 songs that you want to play, and you may think immediately this room is not, going to be a room that welcomes a higher energy, super high pace. You don't want to open with Sweet Caroline when the mood and the vibe of the room is kind of like, I might want to kind of hear Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Or you walk in and maybe some of them are a little bit drowsy or somewhat asleep if it's an afternoon show right after lunch. You really want to tailor your performance to your read of the room. Now, I didn't know this at the beginning when I started performing at senior communities, but it's important to go there with an attitude of flexibility. I'm excited to share with you what I've learned over the past 10 years of performing at senior communities. It's so important to shine love and light on our seniors who have contributed so much to the community already. We want to brighten their day with some music. We want to go in there and make them smile. You don't need to be a professional. You just need a caring heart and a guitar, or a piano, or a harmonica, or a mandolin, or an accordion. Bring in some kind of an instrument, but whatever instrument that you bring in, make sure that you have a great attitude and your heart is coming from a place of love, because these seniors deserve the love that we have for them, and they really need that as a pick-me-up throughout their day. You could be making their whole week with one song. So just remember that when you go into the senior community. I hope you have a great show, and I'll see you in the next video.